Hey everybody. So today we are going to do an unboxing of the Four Selves Oracle Pathways to Integrating Shadow and Light by Toni Savory with artwork by Carrie Paris. And so let's get into these bad boys. So these were sent by Red Wheel Weiser, so big shout out to them. Um, I will just read you the little blurb. It's up there, so see. Um, so basically says this text presents a system to marry the four selves, the physical self, the conscious self, the subconscious, and the superconscious, which exists within us all, bringing them into balance and communion so we may each be a whole, healed being. Throughout our day-to-day lives, we experience a wide range of thoughts and emotions, many of which are essentially chatter, stress over deadlines at work, worrying about exams or loved ones' health, and money issues are all triggers that prevent us from truly living in the moment. They bring us sleepless nights and constant wondering about what tomorrow will bring when the day has not even occurred yet. Connecting to our higher self gives us a perspective we're able to gain insights and ideas otherwise known as divine inspiration. This connection is only possible when we clear in our minds and our emotions and open up to the potential of all without the fear of any. The superconscious self, higher self connection to the divine can only speak to us through emotional and conscious selves. If these are blocked or triggered in any way, clear messages cannot be attained. Within our emotional and subconscious selves resides our shadow self. We must work through the blocks in all of our self levels to achieve wholeness and the clarity the divine connection brings. The Four Selves Oracle invites you to take a look deeper into the aspects of yourself that are afflicting your ability to work at a superconscious divine level. It will clearly show what triggers you will need to work on for you to become your best self for the highest good. Card spreads present a clear system for reading the cards in such a way as to clearly see shadow aspects, light aspects, and pathways to find balance. 36 cards separated into 16 shadow cards, 16 light cards, and 4 neutral cards with beautiful illustrations by Carrie Paris. So we are going to take a look at these. So this is obviously the box. And the book. So this is the guidebook to interpreting the cards. Um, very nice. I'm going to do an unboxing. Very nice. It gives you a quick guide to the card types here. Oh, you can't really see that. There we go. So it talks about the significators, the light cards, the shadow cards, the neutral cards. There's acknowledgements, welcome seeker. So where they're going to give you a little message about the four selves system, quick search, which speaks self, yeah, meeting the four selves. So beautiful artwork, which um, they got some drawings in here that are going to talk about the different parts of us, the subconscious, the conscious, and again, some more drawings. So very beautiful. They've outlined a whole bunch of stuff. They explain the superconscious self, the subconscious self, the physical self. Oh, just try and get this. Sorry, everybody. Just try and get this so I know that it's getting everything. And if anybody's watching, love to hear what you're thinking about these. So it's just talking about all the external noise, being human, how to use the deck. So it talks about your shadow self and the self, and then it has the beautiful artwork within the book. It's got the oracle cards themselves, so then it lays them out with the actual artwork of the card itself. Um, Flipping through. Then it will give you a couple of different spreads. So they have the four selves check-in spread, the psychological spread, the path forward spread. So it's a bunch of different spreads that you can use, and they've lined it out with the beautiful artwork of the cards. So these are absolutely beautiful. Um, the trigger release spread, which I think would be a very good one for most of us. And then the Grand Tableau, which is a deep insight. It's a 36 card spread. So this is what they have it looking like. And so that's the book. The cards themselves. So in the back, they have, of course, the ribbon to keep everything in, and then the picture of the human body with this showing the subconscious, and then the cards. Very nice how they have, it's very plain, but very nice. And so then let's look at the cards that we have. So we have the rainbow card, the stars, the rays, panel, love that card, bridge, vortex. Interesting way to portray the vortex, I think. And of course, loving the moon, the dark moon, which as we're recording this, we're in right now. The mirror, the self-reflection, I'm thinking. Blitz, garden, the pear. Oops, so didn't want to come up. The portal, the self, infinity, shadow self. I love that one. Door. I love how it's a door, but it actually has multiple entrances, multiple doors. So like your pathways are before you. So I love that. Illness. I really like this card actually, like the way that it depicts the illness of it just being like that disease and that disconnection within our body. So I like that one. Well, I don't like illness, but void, magic, waterfall, ladder. That one intrigues me. Identity, harmony, hoax. Try to push it in a little bit here, see if it shows up a bit better for everybody. Chaos, vines, curse, box, return. I love this one, like the return of energy between one person and another. Air, don't want to come apart. Roots, handshake, a handshake from the divine. I like that. Web, the earth, regression, and decay. Oops, that doesn't want to stay up there, but we'll just put it up anyways. Whoops, upside down. Decay. So those are the cards in the deck. So now I'm going to actually shuffle the deck, do a card for the collective, and then if there's anybody on here watching that would like a card pulled for them, if you just want to let me know, and I would be happy to pull a card for you. So let us see what the cards have to say for the collective. And I think it would be interesting to do some of the spreads. They look very interesting, and I think there's probably a lot of Yeah, self-reflection. Okay, so this card that came up is rainbow. And what it says, the card type is light. I'll try to get that up there so everybody can see it. The keywords are separation into states and compartmentalizing. The mantra is the colors of the rainbow flow within me, allowing me to choose my vibration. The core meaning is the rainbow with its spectrum of colors and vibrations encourage compartmentalization by acting like a prism, breaking down all thoughts and emotions and separating the selves to allow clarity and detachment. It brings objectivity to an unobjective way of being. It enhances how we process and direct information and energy, both within ourselves and from external sources directed our way. The imagery, the rainbow card displays the spectrum of colors, each having its own flow, direction, and vibrational frequency. The vast array of colors and the flowing patterns of the rainbow show the potential for us all to be one and yet still separate at the same time. The conscious says the rainbow card has a positive impact on a conscious level and indicating the ability to filter thoughts and thought processes and to objectively look at whether the thought is needed at this time or not. Rainbow beings Rainbow brings an element of control back to you and helps you discern what you absorb as information. There are thoughts that we all have, and these can be broken down into essential thoughts such as getting the body moving, whimsical thoughts such as daydreaming, non serving thoughts, negative self thought, and structural thoughts. What am I doing today? What is my schedule? By recognizing the thoughts that you have, you are then able to discern whether they are needed or beneficial in any current moment. Rainbow accepts that we have many different thought processes, but helps us understand we do not need to engage with all of them. Compartmentalize what is useful right now versus what is detrimental to us. The subconscious, in the subconscious, Rainbow shows self mastery over our emotional state and the ability to objectively filter and detach from emotions that are not serving us well or are not needed at this time. The ability to filter your feelings is something that aids in reflecting on the emotions being experienced. Is the sense of dread necessary? Am I in danger? Or is this a past experience triggering the emotion? Is the excitement I feel required right now? The ultimately brings objectivity and detachment to all situations faced. Rainbow also allows us to experience rising emotions, understand whether a reaction is needed, and act accordingly. The physical of it, rainbow is an auspicious sign in the physical positions. Our physical self is healthy and being nurtured with everything we need. All our faculties are in harmony and now move through any situation with grace. The counterpart, the Blitz, number 9, the compartmentalization of rainbow directly contrasts the sudden onset of Blitz. Its difficult shadow card surrounds rainbows. Look to Blitz in the spread to understand what is hindering you. Similarly, if Blitz highlights difficult triggers, look to rainbow in the spread to understand how they break down. So I think that is really cool. We'll do one more card. Actually, I'm getting 3, so we'll do 3 and we'll read the definition. We'll just read the stuff. Actually, let's do, mm, let's do 4 more and we'll break them down. So this will be for the conscious. What does everybody need to know? The conscious from the Four Selves Oracle. Okay, so for the conscious, we got garden. So for conscious, it says this card brings not only an openness to receiving external information, but also an acceptance without having to react to whatever comes through. Garden is being at one with yourself and your beliefs, unafraid to share your beliefs and having quiet confidence within your own intellect and emotions, which aids in the acceptance of all. Altruistic in its very nature, this card also highlights the ways we can be drawn to helping others on their healing journey. In a shadow position, Garden remains a positive card. It will show you that you are consciously filtering through your thoughts in the shadow self and that you consciously accept the shadow aspects. You're not afraid to share your shadow thoughts with others, and your shadow self is open to receiving external information without reacting afterwards with words or thought. So now we will see for the subconscious. So what does the collective need to know for the subconscious? Okay. Web. Okay, so for the subconscious, for web, web is in a subconscious position shows that we are becoming embroiled in emotions and emotional triggers that are detrimental to ourselves. It highlights that emotions are trapping us. You are becoming entangled in the triggers that the cards surrounding web present. Only by seeing what is keeping you trapped in the web of your own emotions can you begin the task of freeing yourself from its grip. Guilt, embarrassment, or anger about past situations, or even excitement for future events. All these feelings do not arise from what is happening in the here and now. You are living in the past or in the future, but certainly not in the present. Okay, now we will look at the physical. What does everybody need to know for the physical? Let's see, what do we need to know for the physical? Okay. Folks. You tend to play different characters depending on the situation you find yourself in, meeting the requirements of those around you. You may feel inadequate or have imposter syndrome that holds you back from spiritual communication. And then we will just look at the counterpart. And then if anybody watching would like a card pulled for them, I would be happy to do that. Just put something in the chat and I can do that. And maybe let me know if you want all four of the um, descriptions or just channel. Okay, and the counterpart is vortex, which I would have to look through things. So channel and vortex are both cards suggesting that we are open to being a conduit to spiritual communication and superconscious living. If you find the two cards landing together in a spread, it shows us that on some occasions the flow is seamless and on others confusing. If shadow cards surround the channel card, look to the vortex in the spread to further understand the confusion. So these are the cards. We are actually trying to get Toni Savory on with us. Like I said, beautiful cards, beautiful artwork. The book is really nice. The box is really nice. It's a bigger box, but it does have the little indent to put the cards in, which are smaller. So they are nice to work with and for shuffling and those things. Sometimes cards are so big that it's hard to shuffle them, but these are beautiful cards. So anyways, thank you for watching, everyone, and hope you'll go out and try them out because I think they're going to be really interesting to do some self-reflection with. So thanks for joining, everybody.